end stream. There we go. I can see the whole thing. You're live. Awesome. There we go. We're back. Alright. Alright. And I need to pop out this one here. And then close this chat here. This is my first time actually doing like dual platforms. I will say there's especially because YouTube only allows 12 hours at most. It's really a lot to always remember to do. One platform is really easy to remember everything you need to do, but two, there's a little bit to it. I'm impressed. It's a bit of a learning curve. Not a bad one. Not a bad one, but definitely a learning curve. Anyways, go ahead and be right back, everybody. Thank you for coming on over to the news stream over here on YouTube and showing that love already. Yeah, I have no clue what it does either. I'm gonna guess that it's probably an engagement thing that helps with the algorithm. And I think also as a streamer, you can see where people did certain emotes and everything throughout a stream, so you can get an idea of what happened at that time for the viewers to like it so much, so that you can, you know, have an idea of what you may want to keep doing in the future and everything. That's what I'm guessing. Anyways, be right back. I haven't had my notifications up because I actually didn't expect to get anything, but OC, thank you so much for the $10 tip. I apologize for missing it. I didn't have things up. I honestly didn't assume I was going to. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. I know I usually wasn't going to say something about that, but I kind of was just, his message and everything. So, this is awesome content. Thank you for sharing with us, fellow Tenno. Dealing with these disabilities, as I also get the same disabilities, and you preserve through them, or persevered through them. Hope you see you in game, or hope to see you in game, and you got a new subscriber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I've said before with it, you know, I tried to do the best I can. That was 8 hours ago. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I didn't expect that. I just did not even remotely expect that. I know I have the thing go through for the donations and everything, but it's still not something I ever actually expect. So I'm making the command, by the way. If anybody is wondering, I figured out like she didn't have permission, so I'm working on the chat command right now. Oh, actually, yeah. Where's my timer? I know I could just copy and paste the timer. And then I can slightly edit it. That makes it quicker. We'll just do build. That works. Okay, I'm gonna make sure it has a reasonable cooldown. 15 seconds is fine. Okay. Is it the right account? Yeah, okay. Okay. And let me go on to stream elements real quick one more time, and then I can copy and paste that over for Twitch. So, apologies everybody about having to do this. I just really thought of it late. I'm done. I didn't think of it late. I was recommended it late in chat. Or for me, I was recommended at the perfect time, realistically, not late. And it made me realize I was way too late to even think about that, and I was dumb for not thinking about that. I usually take the time to think about is like, what are the most common questions I'm going to get asked? But I guess since I'm doing a run like this, my brain's not thinking about stuff like that. It's thinking like, just get whatever done. Just get done. I think that's what's going on now, which is understandable because like my brain's really just mainly focusing on trying to get this run done more than anything. I think I could just make a oh okay, actually had good idea, make good world. Okay, now that we had that, I can actually just put the word, I can put a keyword as build. So if you just say anything with the word build in it, it'll reply with that. Could do that. Might be a good idea. No, because there are occasions where people tell me about their builds and then it's going to spam that. And unless I'm just trying to be a troll with it, that's not going to work. That's not going to work correctly. It's going to be intrusive. Okay, Twitch works, YouTube works on that, so that's good. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and go AFK here for a bit, get everything done and all that kind of goodness. Remember, as always, do the whole algorithmic thingies and my bobbers. Enjoy this old run here. This is a 4-year-old run I did with Octavia very, very long time ago. This is my very first long run. Very first long run. This is where I found out about rotation reward ending and not getting any more. This is where I found out about it. I extracted after I'd found out about that. I was annoyed. I was pissed off. And then I had to take time to take understanding into everything. I got over that quickly. Yeah. Be right back, everybody.
I can't feel. I'm not gonna fall for gravity, 'cause the world will doubt, try to bring you down, but your love is real. I can't see a reason to try to fight for meaning, but you give me reason to know I still have meaning. I'm not gonna fall for gravity, 'cause you lift me up when I can't feel. I'm not gonna fall for gravity. Hearing all the wasted breath, struggle with every step, and I cannot get away. But you were such a paradise, standing up a mile high. Oh, you fall to give me strength.
Alright, everybody, I am back. I do want to thank you that did stay around for the break. Sorry it took a little bit longer there. 13th of December? I said it was going to be mid-December. That's also what a lot of the things said, to be honest, but when I really just like put everything together, I was like, okay, well, this makes sense. The 14th? That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. 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 Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. I don't have to go crazy though. I don't have to go crazy though. That's nice. That's really nice. I would rather not do that because I can actually be a broadcaster. Like, I can interact with you guys if I don't have to go crazy. Because, like, no mistake there. Oh, 1100. Nice. No mistake. If, like, I only had a couple days to do it, or 3 days to do it, or something like that, you know, or even 4 days to do it, I would probably stop talking. And I would just go right for the run then. That would be life. Although I do enjoy, you know, it's still mental energy at the end of the day. It's not so much a social battery, it's a multitasking battery. And you can really only do so much before. There we go. You can only do so much before it becomes like too much to do. So I would press on like an absolute just Neanderthal, essentially. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. That's what I was like, oh wait, hold on, there we go. I didn't look at the chat, but I looked down at the mic and I was like, oh, I forgot. Yeah, it's in position. It is so stupidly touchy. It's a good thing and a bad thing, you know what I mean? If I don't sit in the exact position where I need to sit and everything. Yeah, it can be tiring. Especially when you're just trying to be, like, at the same time entertaining. You know? You're essentially just improvising everything you do. Because of course a lot of the past, like, 6 hours has just been blatant, just bullshittery. Just so much sarcasm at its highest. You know? And it's... You can do that only for so long. Although it is natural for me to do, it also does innately take some type of brain power to do it. So eventually, like, I can't actually think of things right off the bat, and I have to actually put forth effort to, like, quickly think of it. It's like that effort then becomes like the energy drain. I love doing it. I love doing it. Y'all are hysterical. Y'all are hysterical. I really have to say. Oh my god. Y'all have made this run an absolute treat. I will honestly have to say. It has been some really good laughs. And I'm just glad that the people that were I guess you call the brunt of the joke, they just took it well. I'm glad they did. I really am. Because I mean well with it. I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun. I just want to see people laugh. No, I can't fucking see you because I'm stupid and I don't know how to word things. But, you know, I just like making people laugh. That's all. I believe it's a very important thing. Very important thing. I don't blame you. It's all good. It's all good. I don't really need chat to be there. It's just if chat's gonna not be there, I might not do commentary, but now that I know I don't have to rush, If I don't have chat there, it doesn't make a difference. I just do my usual commentary. That's all. It's the random thoughts of Baker at that moment. It don't make a difference for me. It's easier with having chat. I'll say that much. That's the big difference. It's easier, but not required. Not required. Can't say I'll make you laugh as much, but you'll at least get commentary. 11:10. We still going. 11:10. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Wow. Wow. Huh. That's interesting. Did I put timers and build messages? That one right above you is that. That's the timer for my build channel. I made those before the stream. I did those, I think, last night, or that was this morning. I can't remember, honestly. Things are kind of just meshing together at this point. So, yeah. Yeah, that's the reality of it. Things are just meshing together. First, mad respect. Thank you. Thank you. Exclamation point why if you're curious as to why. Conundrum of words there. Conundrum? Is that the correct word for it? I don't think so. Oh yeah, looking at these levels, I don't know if you all realized from that other video that I was playing during my break, but I for some reason had forgotten that old level cap used to be 10,099, which the 10,099 is what created the damage cap on Octavia's, what's it called? Octavia's mallet back then. With like, no matter the power strength you have, it was 10,099. Really makes me wonder what the hell an Acolyte at this level would do with a mallet. And that is an idea. Holy shit, is that an idea? Oh my god, the amount of damage onto that mallet would be absurd. What do you mean 10,005? No, it was 10,099. I could... This run was done back on May 4th, 2019. May, one moment here. This was one of the runs that gave me carpal tunnel. This one was like the initial trigger of it. This is a 21.5. Alright, hold on here. It just went over it. Let me go back to normal speed. Oh, hold up. It was just there. Actually, let's just... Hey, dumbass. Slow down the fucking footage. Is that... Do we need to go back further? There you go. There you go. 10,099. You didn't need to stay for that, homie, but I do appreciate that. Don't screw up your sleep schedule ever for that. Take care of yourself is the most important thing. I'd rather you be around tomorrow than to be around longer today. And the next day, and the next day after that, that's what I would rather. Yeah. That was the old level cap back in the day. Max, you saw was 10,005. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, that 10,099 actually used to cause Octavia's mallet to hit damage cap, no matter the power strength on it. It was great. And that's when the damage cap was 2.39 billion, not the 2.17 billion that it is right now. And it was actually a negative number and all that. But it wouldn't show as a negative number with the mallet. It was weird. It would show as a positive. And it would just destroy everything. Everything died. Oh yeah, Acolytes are endless scaling, by the way, Kelvin. I don't know if you have been here, but they're endless scaling. I'm sure you saw that level there. It's over 1100. 1120. And they just keep going up. It was 1110 before they go up 10 levels every single time, and it's just, at some point it will stop scaling, but we don't really know when at this point. So, from 2 years ago, there was a change in Acolytes that happened. Then we also hit 10,000 for level cap for, like, the old level cap for Acolytes. We hit that at around 68 hours instead of 75 hours. So they made a stealth adjustment somewhere. Yeah. So there's a new end to the game that no one knew about. No one knew about this, I guess. Yeah. No one knew. There's a new end to this game. There is a new end to Warframe and Endurance. Who knows what it is at this rate? Acolytes may just scale forever, and at some point they just have so much health and armor you can't even kill them. That'll be the new build names, you know what I mean? Like 12,000 level Acolyte, 15,000 level Acolyte build. What level Acolytes does the build go to though? I know it goes to level cap on normal mobs, but what about on Acolytes? What level? That's going to be the new meta, you know. That's why you gotta say it in this voice, because it's a new meta, and it's a new way to consider if an item is good or not. Is sitting in a survival for about 200 hours, or endless missions for 200 hours, roughly, and then you'll know whether it's good or not. I didn't make the game, it's just how it is. But your build, you didn't test up to at least level like 10,000. I don't want to hear about your build. That's the wrong 9,999 for me, sir. I'm sorry. I hope not. I hope no one ever does that. Don't ever anyone dare make someone do something like that. Can you imagine disruption for like fucking 700 rotations? Oh my god, that would be mind-bending. That would be terrible. Oh my. If it's not one hitting level cap acolytes, who even knows what level cap is? That's the scary thing. We don't even know if there's a cap. Ugh. That's the scary part. DE didn't even tell us about this change. So we're all just left here like, well, when does this end? And then the person that did it is over there like, you'll never know. Unless you got balls. Do you got balls? I didn't plan for this health values. Damn it, I planned for 10,000 on the health values, which it kills that. Now I am gonna really know what the end of this is. By like 100 hours, they're gonna be like fuck it 12, 13,000, I wanna say. And I can't use viral on them. 1,130. 1,130. That is a thick shield. That is a thick boy shield. Oh, that is a real thick boy shield. Come on, movement, don't fail me now. Oh, please, my wrist will hurt. Oh, please, won't they work? This acolyte won't die in your hands. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, my lord. Yeah, there are 10,001 in the normal mobs now. For some reason in Fishers, at least that's what I've noticed, once you hit level cap, they go between 9,997 to 10,001. And when I mean in between, I mean all the values in between. All the values in between. The Xmas aren't the determining factor, it's just what happens. I don't know why. I don't know why. But I've only noticed it in Fishers, because I have done a non-Fisher to level cap already, and then all I saw was 9999. So, and that was like in this month period. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Yeah, First Descendants coming out this summer of 2024. I still have the Game Awards up because I'm trying to get my Twitch dropped, so I'm hearing everything. Yeah. I don't know if they got the Warframe, honestly. I've been like half listening. It's just First Descendant was a big white screen, so it was like, oh, okay, that's like right in my face. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to having that turned down pretty well. Let that just be some background noise. I only have like 8% left on it, so I'm thinking I'm getting at this relic crack. I should get it. I just have to go check on the progress. Then I can turn that off and actually turn my own music back on. I'm not really too interested in what's going on with the Game Awards right now. I can watch all the different amounts of YouTube videos that will be going over everything in the Game Awards in a fraction of the time. So that's what I'll opt in for. Oh, did I actually? Hold on here. Where is this? No. On my channel. What about Twitch? You are not eligible to get the... Okay. I think we're good. Can I scroll down, please? There we go, Sevagoth. Claim now. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if it's there. Ah, it hasn't updated yet. Yeah, no, it hasn't. Okay. That's fine. Hopefully it'll be there. Okay. But I did confirmly get it, so I can... Give me one moment here. I'm going to turn on the music and just get that out there. I need to loot, actually. I'm going to start getting despawning. How can you play for 8 days? What? What do you mean play for 8 days? Do you think I haven't slept in 8 days? But that math up there doesn't equate 8 days. What do you mean? I'm confused. It's 4160 minutes. Are you asking how can I play Warframe in a row for 8 days? What? Is that what? I'm just trying to figure out like what the question is. That is an honest question though. I'm not trolling on that. Depending on what that is you mean, then I'll give you an answer on that. I feel like there's gonna be a bubble there. Let me just roll to make it safe. Okay, there it is. There's the bubble. I was waiting to see the animation. He had to point at me menacingly. Alright, let's see if I can do this again. This is like a whole new thing for me, I'm learning. I didn't even know I could do this. Wait, am I... Are you dying? Oh my lord, how is this doing so much damage? Did we talk about this? What is going on with this weapon? Oh, no, 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 no. There's no bubble. There's no bubble. There's no bubble. Oh, that's right, you can just hold melee. I'm really old, and I've been playing this game for a long time, so... Okay, well that works. That was interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Acolytes scale endlessly, man. I don't know what to say. This is news to me, too. It's blowing me away, too, man. You're not the only one. Like, you should have been here when they were over 10,000. I didn't even know what to say at that point. Blew me away. But yeah, it's part of the game apparently. I don't know. Yeah, it's just 61 plus hours. I saw your video several 8 days at the end. Yeah, what that is here, I'll go ahead and give you an explanation. This is the overall time in the mission. You can, as you can see here, when you go into your menu at all, you are actually paused. I'll go ahead and face these mobs. Face these mobs. Maybe like this. There we go. As you can see, they freeze in place. So what this is how long I've actually just been in this mission in total. With pausing time as well, because I've gone to sleep and everything like that, but how long I've been in the mission itself is, like, currently right now, I think I'm at just over 69 hours. So... yes, you can. Just make sure you set the thing to solo in the actual, like, little icon thing up here. That usually has, like, a globe and all that. You click that and make sure it's set to solo. And any mission you load into, outside of open world, it'll actually pause you. But open world, it will not pause you. Yeah, it it feels like a lot to players that are used to the new drop rate of Riven Silvers, but I think I have like 15,000 on this account from when they actually used to have a good drop rate. Because there used to be a significant amount Eximuses on the map before they did the Eximus rework. It makes a lot of sense now. Yeah. I trolled the life out of somebody who came in earlier about it, and they stopped talking, so I realized that was kind of crossing the line, apparently. So I was like, well, the next time someone asks, let me actually take the question seriously, and not troll them by saying I use cold on my weapon to slow down how fast the game progresses, which allows me to go to sleep. I found out that was apparently too far to go. Like, I mean, you do enough endurance 7s, you'll end up just getting them naturally. Survival's a really good place to get them, because their spawn rate is a lot more consistent than in other maps. So that's one of the few situations where survival becomes a good place to farm. But it's like I said before, survival's good for farming resources. Riven Silver drops as a resource. It drops off Eximuses in the early table. Yeah, I actually did say that earlier. That was my dead serious response. I didn't even laugh after I said it. Well, I kind of did near the end, but I mean, I had a smart ass tone behind it. But yeah, no, that's actually what I said. We were already in the middle of being smartasses at that time, and he just came in and asked that question, and I just, like, my brain didn't register it as serious because I was already like in full troll mode. So I just instantly went for it. My brain didn't even think about it. I just did it. I was like, I said it after I said it. I was like, yeah, that's cool. You should definitely explain that there was a pause involved there. And I did explain it, but they didn't say anything after. I think they left in the middle of it. Just like, fuck this guy. With comedy, how are you gonna know if you push the line if you don't push the line? You know what I mean? Comedy is just one of those things. And I like making people laugh. I mean, I understand sometimes I'm not going to hit the nail on the head with it, and it's not going to be funny. But that's the risk you take, you know what I mean? Some will find it funny, others will be like, you're a dick. So... and an electric build will let you surf it at 5 times the speed. Because it makes you go fast. It's electricity. The more electric procs, the faster the time goes. God. I wish I would have said that too. That would have been brilliant. Oh, no. No, don't give DE ideas. I can't believe I just thought about that. That could give you DE ideas as all. That's terrible. We're horrible people. We're horrible people now. I'm sorry, I just dragged you on that boat. But yeah, 7s and Yas, I do a lot of endurance. If you just sit in survivals, you'll end up getting them, you know. And me, I like, after they made health additive instead of multiplicative, my focus in the game, like, in order for me to keep my drive in the game, besides like a run like this, but my average runs, what you can say, what I actually like to do now is I focus on how many kills can I get an hour in a survival. I don't focus on can I kill something at level cap. When health was made additive over multiplicative, it became far easier for me to theory craft out how to kill at level cap. So it almost destroyed my love of the game. I almost just got bored of the game at that point, but I had to like rethink myself on how can I enjoy this game again. That was a pretty big part of the reason why I quit last time, to be honest. Like, I just got bored with it. I was like, this is dumb. It's not even fun. you know, but I was like, well, wait, if you know you can kill him really fast, you can kill anything at level cap, what's the determining factor then if it's good or not? How fast and how many things can it kill? Okay, that makes sense. There's going to be a variety different of ways then for me to feel challenged, like how far can I push this weapon, you know, and what am I going to use with this weapon to help push the weapon further and further and further and all of that. I haven't even done the first node of Steel Path. If you're newer to a game, don't stress about all those things. Focus. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Focus on just single things at a time that are easy to obtain for you. You know, farming for mods, arcanes, and stuff like that. Mods are huge. Mods are like the biggest thing. If you don't have the mods needed to generally make the builds that you can find like on Overframe or on YouTube and stuff like that, then you're going to be wanting to get those mods first. Once you get those mods, then you can move on to say like getting arcanes and stuff like this. This is of course if you're focusing on your power first. If your power is your main priority first, mods are your baseline thing to need. From there, arcanes are the next best thing. And I don't mean ribbons when I say mods, I mean just mods. Just baseline, normal mods. You know, and then like arcanes would be a nice good next thing to work on after that. In a couple of years when you finish, I love that. I love that. What a great way to put that. I mean, I guess I could, but I've seen too many videos of people hitting damage cap with MK1 weapons. So, there's not really like an incentive for me to do that. My honest goal that I want next is I want to get sniper multiplier combo cap. I want to find out what the cap is for that. You know how like when you shoot down with a sniper scope you have that little multiplier at the bottom that grows as you shoot and hit things? I want to find out what the cap is for that and how many shots it takes. I thought about doing that here, but because I wanted to Fisher, I had to deal with nullifiers in the Lenka, and like, well, I want to use the Lenka for it. I want to use Lenka Mag because I want to take advantage of the fact that it'll go through and loop back around again and re-hit enemies so that I can get an immense amount of procs out of just one shot so that I can hit multiplier faster. I don't know how long it's going to take, but yeah. Yeah, it does, yeah. The highest I've ever had was a 6.5 times multiplier. But what it is bonus damage. It's like the combo multiplier from Melee. It works in the same facet. But it's more tuned to the, if you have been playing this game for a lot of years, like back in Melee 2.0, it's more tuned like that combo multiplier on the way of how long it takes to get stacks. So if you play during Melee 2.0, you'll understand what I mean by that. Back then, it used to take 1.5 million stacks to hit a 12 times multiplier. And that was the cap. It was like 1.5 million, I believe it was around there. There's not footage out there of somebody hitting it, but there was a screenshot on the Wicca back in those days of somebody having it with the multiplier on there and everything. What was the overall consensus that the best way to do that, because we didn't have Steel Path back then, was that you got into a 4-player group and everybody built around carrying you. Like this post Prime Chamber. I could see that, but I like Mag. So Lenka becomes the obvious option then. And that's because Lenka is like one of the few projectile weapons for sniper rifles. I would honestly, if I really had my choice with it, it would be Rubico. Rubico is my favorite sniper rifle. Rubico Prime, that is. Hands down my favorite sniper rifle. I just love the way it shoots, I love the way it reloads, what way it feels, if that's weird. If the power is cut off, I mean, when the power cuts off, man, the run is dead where it's at. That's life. I can't control all that type of stuff, so how can I get mad about something that I have literally no control over? You know what I mean? That's far out of my control. I'll get mad about it when I screw up and I die. That's when I'll get mad. Because I made those mistakes, and I should be able to control making those mistakes. I'm funny. Thank you, Sevens. Like I said earlier, I just enjoy making people laugh. I do have a serious side to me, of course, and all that, but generally I just like to make people laugh. I like to make people laugh, and I like to just figure out crazy numbers, and not so much crazy big numbers, but just doing crazy things. Pushing myself, and then sharing what I find. But yeah, I don't stress about power cuts off, man. Let me put my translator on here. Translate to English. Dennis? Is that the correct translation for your name? I want to make sure it's translating correctly. I don't want to be rude on that. I use Google Translate there within the web page I'm using, so it's you know, we all know how Google Translate is. It is not that great. It can get you a rough idea, but don't you dare try having a conversation using Google Translate unless you're desperate. You have to be very, very desperate. Otherwise, you have a very high chance of sounding like a dumbass or saying the wrong thing. Give me one moment here. I'm gonna go ahead and slap out a Zemi star real quick here. I'm gonna drink some tea. Drinking some tea. Okay. Tea good. Tea good. Thank you for CCing everything. I will clean up now. Exactly, Seven. Exactly. Yeah, my monotone voice comes from, like, just the immense amount of PTSD I have. I lost the ability to really have, like, too much personality in my voice anymore. I can kind of do it sometimes. I have a little bit out there, but generally I sound pretty dead tone. It's life, though. What is... Oh, that's the vault. The toxin procs from his melee. Oh, good idea. Get over here. Come say hi to Vault. Thank you. Forehead. Forehead. How do you look at a... Oh, I don't care about fashion frame, bro. Y'all are lucky I did the colors for y'all. Okay, let me put it that way. This frame could, like, default as shit. It could be the regular mag. I still would not care. I have never cared about what things look like in this game. or in any game, pretty much. My DK in World of Warcraft, back when the transmog system first came out, I don't know if y'all like ever play that game, but there's a set that looks like a green turtle shell, essentially. And that's what I stuck on my Death Knight with like a wooden mallet for the actual mace, like the weapon I used itself. It looked dumb and ridiculous. I just don't... Yeah, I don't care about that stuff. I take time to appreciate someone's like work because there are some phenomenal fashion frames out there, but the thing is fashion frame also takes many hours to get perfect. If you want to do a good fashion frame, generally it's probably going to take you about 2 to 3 hours to do. Especially when you have everything unlocked and all that. It's going to take you a long time. I've talked to people with fashion frames that have literally taken them like 6-7 hours to do. So that's its own different type of endurance run. Fashion frame is nothing like... I don't... That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. Like, that's one of the reasons why I don't care about it. It takes away from me doing all my science and everything. Oh yeah, I played WoW for 16 years. I played WoW a little bit this expansion too. I just didn't care for it. But yeah, I played WoW for 16 years. I played WoW since the original beta. 2009? 2000? No. I don't remember when the fuck that was. When did that stupid game come out? Was it 20 years ago now? So was that 2002? No, it was 2000. 2003 is when I started playing the game. That's right. It was 2003. So it was just after. It was like just at the tail end of the original beta before they released it. No, I played that. I played Guild. I was playing Guild Wars before that. I alphaed and beta Guild Wars and then bought the actual game when it was released. The very first Guild Wars. I was playing that first, and then my brother-in-law told me about World of Warcraft. Not right in that shit. Well, not doing a fashion frame saves you money. If I wanted to support DE, I would spend money on the game regardless. It would just depend on where I spend the money. If I don't want to say I don't want to support DE, but at the same time I've had some problems with them. I'm glad to see they're fixed. So it does put some consideration into it, but I want to see how this 100-hour run is handled first before I make that determining factor. But what I would plan for my next purchase to be would probably be Tennokan Borrow. That would probably be it. But if I was like someone into fashion or anything like that, I wouldn't mind doing it if I had the money to spare to actually do it. That's the whole thing. Like, I believe in, like, you spend your money on what you want to enjoy on this game because you do it, and you do it because you want to support DB. You always, that's it. Don't spend money because of FOMO and all this other stuff like that. Spend it because you want to support that company and continuing to make the game. Guild Wars 2 has been out forever. There's no way in hell that they're not really releasing it. There might be a new content patch out for Guild Wars 2, is what you're thinking of. Guild Wars 2 though has been out forever. Guild Wars 1 unfortunately didn't have a long lifespan. Guild Wars 1 only had about a 3-year lifespan at most, and then Guild Wars 2 came out. I never liked I couldn't get into Guild Wars 2. I don't know, I just couldn't. I didn't like the difference of the combat design, and I didn't like the difference of the art style. Well, I haven't here's the thing about loot on Warframe. When you're in a mission, especially solo, your actual loot isn't counted on your account into your inventory until you extract. So everything on here is theoretically not even in my inventory yet. So when I extract out of here, we'll start the countdown for the Argon crystals. And like the only reason why I actually have to connect to the servers at all are these, are relics. Because this is pulling from my inventory on the server queue itself. This has to pull from that queue. So I don't actually have access to my inventory. My inventory isn't on my computer. My inventory is on the server and wherever DE has them stored. Just like we don't actually own our accounts, we rent our accounts. You know. But yeah. That is actually how the game works. How much tincture does she add to this drink here? Jesus. Why does it hit me like a Mack truck? That feels good. I don't know. I make my own CBD and THCA and CBG tincture. So, and the hot tea that I had is has it in it, so it's probably that it was heated and all that. Yeah. You knew that? It's fine that if you really didn't know that. Not many people really know that. We actually more or less found it out here earlier a couple days ago on stream because we were just talking about everything and all that. And like, we just kind of like put those, like, I'll put all that information together because, you know, like, we're seeing connecting to server and all that type of stuff. And I was talking to everybody about that, you know, like, oh, well, you need to do it, like, you have to, and then, like, one thought led into another, and it's like, well, this obviously makes sense, and why. And also, the, you can't see your prime parts that you've gotten, so that gets held into a different queue. That one, like, we don't quite understand on where that exactly goes, but we just know it's held somewhere on DE servers. See you next week in the same mission, maybe. Nah. We'll be going, now that we know the release date is on the 14th. We'll be doing about 10 hours a day, is what I'm going to be shooting for. 10 hours a day. And we'll have this done in roughly like 4 days or so. But I do hope you take care and have a good night. I know we're out of ammo there. $11.90, almost at 10,200. Here you go. Nice. Alright. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. I tell you what, you're a good boy. Chat. Melee on Specters be strong. Melee on Specters be strong. It's hard to get him to do it, but I tell you what, that'd be strong. He just tore through that Acolyte. I kind of feel like throwing down my Specter army. I feel like doing that. I brought them. Like it. Let's see what it does. Oh. I mean, I know what it does, but let's see what it does at the same time. I made changes and things, so. I don't think I'm getting any extra statuses for them. Doesn't look like it. Let me stop shooting. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. I just wanted to see if I was actually getting any extra damage for Savvy. Apparently not, though. Apparently not. That's okay. That's okay. Mainly what all of this is going to do in the background here is just make nullifiers even easier to deal with. If any nullifier gets through, it'll instantly be broken with all this rate of fire. That's what a lot of Specters end up doing, because a lot of them have really high rate of fire, so they become really good to help you knock down nullifiers if your rate of fire is lacking. So, pro tip. Specters don't matter for damage, but they are one hell of a great utility to use. They can do good damage, don't get me wrong, they can do good damage. These guys might be able to kill with my bubble. Let's see. Oh, hold on here. I'm not gonna trust him to do the Acolyte. I'm gonna make sure I have Merciless stacks. No, especially in Malice. As you can see, the overall TTK on the Acolyte isn't actually that different, even with all the Specters up. So it's not really the biggest deal. Yeah, these still take me a good while to kill. 1200 though, or 10,200. Did he just... he bubbled me? We good? Are we good? Okay, apparently he's hiding behind the tree. That's fine. That's better than, like, fucking out in the open, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully it's in range. What is... You were just hiding behind the tree. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Malice's bubble, if you get attacked, or if you attack yourself with it and you have radiation on it, will do that. You proc radiation on yourself. It doesn't like reverse back after it wears off either, and sometimes even after you switch him, he'll just keep staying on follow and you just have no choice. It's a really weird bug, and it particularly only happens with the ancient. It'll happen with other things on occasion, but more the ancient than anything else. I don't have an osprey up. An osprey. Oopsie. Sorry, buddy. There we go. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come here. Alright, you know what, fine. Whatever, you'll probably end up dying really soon there, but... No, he didn't stay, you see what I mean? Okay, that's fine. He'll just end up dying at some point. Why would you try to interact with the streamer in PMs over Twitch instead of just talking in their chat? Does that make sense to anybody? That's a new troll. That's gotta be a troll. That's a new one. That's interesting. That's a very interesting thing. Is that like to take your attention away from like the thing and like you see if they're dumb enough to just sit there and talk with you in PMs instead of playing the game? Let's go 3 cameras. Homie still doing this? We're 13 hours into today's overall session, but I don't exactly know how many hours I've gotten done here. I think we're close to 10 hours done. I know I started at 61 hours. That's good following. But yeah, we're getting it. Doing 10 hours a day right now is what we're gonna do. Until we're done at the 100 hours. I'll have it done before they release the new content patch, and I should be able to have the entire editing done and all that for the build video by that time as well. And then I can start working on my no prime short-footed 12-hour solo steel path survival series. Well, after I get that video done, and I also get another month's worth of shorts done for my workout / motivational channel. I will be falling a bit behind on those. I think tomorrow is my last day for content that I have actually ready to be posted and scheduled out and everything. It'll just be a few days then. I'll probably work on that first just to get that out of the way so that I can be rolling through and I can have some type of content being posted somewhere in the meantime. What's good, man? How you doing? Awesome as always, my chill dude. Thank you. Thank you. We just try to do these missions. Keep up the grind. Thank you, Fallen. Thank you, Fallen. We're getting there. We're getting there. Did this ancient finally die? Looks like he finally died. Did that work? Yeah. Okay. And yes, we did bring out the Specter army. I brought it out roughly like 5 minutes ago-ish, something like that. I just want to see what it looks like. I don't actually need it. I've been doing this entire run with just an Osprey, Vault, and an Ancient. So, this is just me just bringing them out because I feel like bringing them out. Though it's great to see that Acolytes don't actually have a stopping level. We should be at, what, 12? Or 1,000 or 10,220 or something like that for this next one. No. Oh, no. 100 hours is what I'm going for, man. 100 hours is what I'm going for. 100 hours ain't 7 days. What was that, like 4.5 days or something like that? 5 days. Yeah, it's like just over 4 days. That's 100 hours. But I've been in this mission in total for 8 days, 21 hours now. So sleep and all that type of stuff. What does the skate do besides looking cute? Well, it looks cute. That's all it does. I wish it did more. I really wish this thing did more. But yeah, all this thing does is look cute. It does jack shit. It is strong, like in the sense of it can take damage. I've had to resummon those 3 Specters like 5 times now, maybe 6. And this guy's still sitting here alive. Like, as you can see, with just fucking half health. It's insane. It's insane. That thing is really tanky. Really tanky. I keep it in the back because its casting animation just kind of becomes annoying once you see it long enough. Like, it's cute to see and everything for like 2 to 3 minutes, but after like 10 minutes of just that tail just wicking all over the damn place all over the time, you're starting to be like, I'm getting tired of seeing this. So it loses its novelty fairly quick. Here, I'll just do this. That'll answer the question for you. Yeah, nothing to be sorry about. It's life. We all go through our own trials and tribulations. It's just what we do with them that matters. There's people that have it worse than I do, and there's people that have it better than I do. That is the reality of life. Yeah, Name has been here for, I remember him back when I was doing my Needless Cernos run. Talking 3 years ago, almost. Yeah, he's been around for a minute. I appreciate that though, man. I really do. Y'all were, back then, were around for some very difficult times of mine, so I thank you. I really do. So, instead of before there, I was living with my grandmother with dementia while still having the health problems that I currently have, so that was her 6th year of dementia too, so that was a rather interesting situation. So, thankful for y'all being there. Thankful for y'all being there. Can't say I regret those times, though. At least being able to be there for her. She helped raise me a lot and develop me into a lot of the person that I am today, so... It was no issue to be there for her on that type of level that was needed. As I even told her one night, "You wiped my ass when I was a baby, I don't give a shit. Do it for you." Yeah, I use it in certain situations, typically when I'm, like, a bit more distracted, or, like, acolytes are, like, becoming a huge issue. Like, I'm having an issue with a particular one. But it turns in, I didn't know if I was gonna need it or not, but it just turns into overkill. So that's why I don't use it, because it's not necessary to use, but it's beneficial to use. You'll see a difference in how fast these things die now. As you can see, they're literally just disappearing at this point. But yeah. Being a 100-hour run, I'm gonna do the absolute bare minimum needed. If I wanted more loot per hour and kills per hour, and I felt like if my oxygen wasn't good enough, I would be using it. But because I haven't had to use an oxygen capsule the whole time, I don't find a purpose to using it then. But it's good to use. I mean, it works really well. As a learning tool, it can completely help you if you're trying to learn that. It's a wonderful thing to have for learning. That's kind of why I just keep it around. It's always been a learning tool for me. And because this run is theoretically a learning experience for me, because I've only done 35.5 hours on her for the longest one, and I only did that a month ago. And before that, it was 19.5 hours. And then before that was 7 hours-ish. 8 hours, or, 7 hours. 7 or 8. But no, yeah, it would be 8. It would be 7 hours in today's time, but it was like 8 to 9 hours back then, because this is back when level cap was 14 hours. So, very long time ago. It unfortunately isn't good for damage anymore. I use it as a status applier, so it's just a primer to make my my plasma stronger. I think there might be a way to like kind of bring back to the old days, but because they changed gas the way it used to be, I don't think it's ever really capable of being brought back to what it could be. Because you used to be able to land the easiest headshots in the world with the disc, which would make gas go through the moon. But gas isn't as strong as what it used to be, so... I guess other elements have been buffed, so maybe it's like there's a different element that helps actually scale it up really strong. And I just haven't figured that out. I wouldn't put that past it. But as for if it's going to be as effective as it used to be, I mean, that's up for debate. I don't think anything would be as effective as when you compare it to how something would work with old gas. Because old gas used to have a hidden stack mechanic in it, and that was that it used to spread toxin. It didn't actually increase the radius, so you were able to get insane amounts of toxin procs, and you'd get really good high procs off of them because you could land easy headshots. And it would scale like crazy because the stacks would happen really fast. And that's how the old Zenny worked with gas. That's why it was so strong with Ivara, because of Navigator. Navigator Zenny was such a fun thing. Question is where do I, if I'm looking to do 10 hours today, where do I go to? This is something I'm experimenting with Zenny. Don't take this is what I always do. Okay, please don't. How did I get a reset that fast? Did I run out of moms? I'll just do that one. That's fine. That's 99 seconds. Let's see here. We want 71 hours, so 71 times 60. 4260? Okay, so I have an hour left. Okay, so I just hit 70 hours. Okay. That'll be 11 hours of total playtime today. Because unfortunately, fissures, you have to add 5% if you're really fast on cracking, otherwise it can go up pretty quick. But every time you crack a relic in a fissure, it's an added 15 seconds. Because it's pauses the damn timer. That's like the minimal amount of time extra that you'll get from it. I guess maybe you could make it a few seconds faster per one, and the way you'd be able to do that is if you ran a script so that you could hit a button every time the little relic thing pops up, the relic selection, and it would automatically like hover over like instantly and then click it and go through the enter phase and all that. So you could just spam out that button really quick and just have it do that without having to bother with like reaction time out of press reaction time. That'd probably be the only way I could think you would save time, because that's where you lose some more time that you actually do have control over. The rest of it, you have a 5-second countdown. Actually, it's more than 15 seconds because you have a 5-second countdown timer when you first crack the relic. Then you have a 7 or 8-second countdown timer when you have the loop being on the selection screen on what you actually got. And then after you select the relic, it's another 5 seconds, so it's 17 seconds. And then whatever your reaction time is to scroll over. So I guess for me, actually, it's 20 seconds that I lose per one. So it's more than 5% I lose per hour. Or extra I have to run. So yeah, it's closer to a total of like 6 to 7 hours of total time I have to do this mission in order to get the 100 hours done. So I'll have to do like, what is that, 11 hours, 15 or 20 minutes a day, something like that. for 10 hours a day. Okay. Okay. At least now it's making a little more sense on why it takes me a bit longer than I would actually was thinking it was taking me for my runs every day. Okay. That makes more sense now. I'm glad I sat here actually and just randomly talked about that and did the math. And thought about like where the seconds actually took place and how much was on each one. 10,240 level acolytes. That's what I'm talking about right there. Make it spicy. Off to the side there. Perfect. I can also pretty much confirm that I won't have any frame drops, because the frame drops aren't instant, they're very gradual and over time when you do get them. So with me being this close to 75 hours where the other guy extracted due to frame drops, I was definitely able to avoid them. So that's a huge success in my book for the testing that I've been doing with some of the new quality or the new options and such that have been added to the game. That is huge for me. I've been doing an immense amount of testing on. An immense amount. So I'm very happy to be able to figure that out. There will be, like I said, a guide video on all the different types of things that I do for optimization of the game to make it run more stable. But I'm not comfortable giving everything out until I get my at least 100 hours done. Then I can at least say for 100 hours, this is what I use to keep it stable. It is unknown past that, of course, but this will be what I have for 100 hours. And whether it'll be, like, whether the game itself will be in a stable enough spot to do that after the big patch is a whole different story. The quality options might not even be a problem there of having crashing. It might just be new patch bug problems that are going to have to be resolved in time. But that's also why I wait to do these runs until DE announces that they're not going to do any more hot fixes for the year. As soon as they announce that, that's when I know I'm clear to do my runs. Or until the next big content patch, I should say. And generally, towards the end of the year is the best time to do it, at least for me, because it's winter time in my hemisphere. So, if you can get that as a combo, where it's your winter time in your hemisphere, and DE says there's no more hot fixes until the next big patch, then you're good to go. At least with also following what I have. If they add other options in our options panel, of course that's subject to change, but it'll at least be what is currently accessible or presented to us as options. Console is not what I'm going to recommend for it. My optimization at the end of the day will probably help console, but I am a PC gamer and I would not advise, unless you have money to replace your console, to give that a try. You don't want to take the chance of it, because consoles don't have good cooling naturally, and you can't improve their cooling really. So you're left with the default cooling, which is not made for things like this. And on PC, I can also minimize the game and run it as a background application, so I can bring my temperatures down when I'm not playing the game. So there's a huge difference there. Not saying this build still won't help you at that regard. It'll still help you do normal runs within the playstyle here. I have to test on how active it'll be when we hit 100 hours, but that'll be when we actually do that. I have done active at 35.5 hours with the old build I was using, but I made improvements then, so it should work better. But it'll be interesting to see once we have really high level, like these really high level acolytes, because back when I did the testing, they were only like 5,500 to 6K. They should be like double, if not, they should be more than double that now by the time we hit 100 hours. Or if not, they'll be like around double of 6K. So, because I'm projecting 12 to 13K for once we hit 100. I could be off on that. It could be higher, but I'm glad DE's releasing that patch on the 14th. That's a relief. That's really a relief for me. I wouldn't mind if I had to go crazy, but it's just better for my health if I don't. Oh well, my health comes first at the end of the day. As great as this run is to be, I don't have the limitations of only having a 10% AFK. And if I don't have the limitations on what's presented and how long I can go AFK, I'm going to take advantage of being healthy, or maintaining health. There's a time and a place to do absolutely insanity things. We can go crazy on occasion. Yeah. Going into the realm of straight insanity, like that's a whole different realm. And we got under 50 minutes left, actually under 49 minutes left before I will be ending the stream. Oh, we have to add, I guess, 20, or add 20 seconds to each crack there, but whatever, it's close enough. We'll just go ahead and say, like, I have 55 minutes essentially, or 50 minutes. Is that right? That seems reasonable, so. Oh, there it is. There's the first yawn of the evening. That's right. We're at 13 hours, 35 minutes of stream time. At the first yawn. I'll finish this in around 14 and a half. Close to 15 hours. Yeah, around 14 and a half hours I'll finish this. Well, that's good. I had a good time today. I had a really good time today. If I get 10 hours done in 16 hours, I'm usually happy. So if I can get it done in a few hours faster, like, that's awesome, man. Means I had really good pace for me. That's what I'm hoping for. If I finish earlier, it gives me a bit more time to decompress and come back the next day with a good amount of energy so that I can do decent commentary and all that. That's also another big reason why I'm glad that I can actually take my time on the run, is if I couldn't take my time on it and I had to rush it, there would be no commentary anymore. This mic would have been turned off, and I would have just been focused into the run and not burning out any bit of my energy on anything else but getting the run done. So it's nice to be able to do the commentary that I do enjoy doing. whether I'm just doing random thoughts with Baker while the chat's chilling, enjoying themselves, just watching away, or whether they're being talkative and all that. It's nice to be able to do.
Are you ready?
I don't know why, but like occasionally, like that little up arrow right there, it looks like there's a ribbon like silver there when there isn't actually even one there. I don't know why. I don't know why. I've noticed that particularly on mod. I don't know if it's just like maybe the background colors because the map is in a more transparent mode or not. But it always makes me think there's a ribbon silver there, and I always just put myself out further into a bad situation trying to get that. Give me one moment, I'm gonna get some tea in me again. That's when you lose that. Okay. Okay, that should be interesting. I lost all my stacks of Merciless and a 10,270 Acolyte to spend. There we go. Okay, at least it wasn't a bad Acolyte. You know that my body knows that it has under like an hour left. My body just all of a sudden is like, I'm starting to get tired. It's like, body, can't you just wait until I'm done to finish or to like start feeling like that? We're so close. Why you gotta start? But yeah, that's why. Because you have a goal and we have to make it as hard to reach as humanly possible. You're too close to be feeling that good. No. I'm gonna switch up on you a bit there. Hey, guess what? You're tired. Did you know that? It's like, no, I didn't know that. I don't understand. What do you mean? Yeah, I hate when the body does that. What the hell's wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you? And it was like, I just like being a pain. It was like, I don't... No. Work with me here. Work with me here. We only gotta go to 4260. What do you mean? And we can pause for the night, go lay in bed, and just pass the fuck out. And then we can wake up in the morning and we can get another 10 hours done. Come on. Well, I actually will do self-care. Today I was kind of preparing to not have to do, like, to get a bit unhealthy with it. So, like, as soon as I woke up, I was pretty much just loaded. I was already making the streams and everything. Like, oh, we're going. If DE screws me over, I want to have at least a head start on any degree. Even if it's like 2 hours, I don't care, we're getting it. That's still 2% closer. Like, I get bad news. So, I'll go back to what I was doing the whole time, which is actually taking care of all my self-care in the morning and all that type of stuff. Taking time to get a little meal in me and everything. I'll say it is definitely a reliever. But DE was smart and they released it. They're going to be releasing it a week later. That's perfect time. That is a good amount of time for hype to go through. And not enough of a risk of taking the 3-week risk. The 3-week risk is really high risk, but high reward at the same time. Definitely high risk though. Because you can fall off after even 2 weeks, after a week, so... And I think with as many times as they've already been showing themselves over the past some years, I think they already know, like, people don't need 3 weeks to discover the game. They've already heard about it, they've probably already tried it, and if they haven't tried it, well, I mean... within a week they're going to decide whether they want to play or not, going throughout different live stream directories and looking up different YouTube videos and all that. Can I show my loot? Yeah, I got you. Oh, we hit over 1,000 acolytes. Good shit. 8,000 steel awesomes now. Good shit.
Into the infinite.
34k mods. Kills reset every, as you can, anyone here earlier, I'm sure you saw it creeping closer and closer to 65k. Now you see it back down to 6.9 or 16.9. So as you can see, it does reset every 65.5 and k and change. And that's because of the limitation of the engine itself. It's a 16-bit integer problem. And I'm guessing with that one little thing, there's a problem with that. But yeah, I have 9,000 kills per hour on average. So, Yeah. Yeah. Figure at that point, 90,000 kills every 10 hours. I've been in here for 70 hours. So, yeah. Mine was a 72. 720,000 though, if it is 72. I can say the loot isn't so much the reason why I'm doing it. This is a net negative note overall, unless I was like specifically going for something that boosters effect and nothing else. But overall, it becomes a net negative because like you have a cap on steel essence on how much you can spend a week. So what I like to say is after a month's worth of buying Kuva and relics maxed out, really past that for steel essence doesn't matter. And that's only if you don't intend to be doing what's it called a lot? Steel path a lot at all. So otherwise you could just do it once a week fine and cap out every week and all that. Yeah. Because like Void Traces cap out based on your MR, so past that starts already the negative efficiency. And then after 256 rotational rewards, you stop receiving rotational rewards, so after that, that's another net negative efficiency on you as well. You still get the free refined relic every 5 relic cracks that you do. So you do get a free rat every 5 cracks for the relic quality type that you're currently cracking in the mission. So, like at the end of this, I'll have 215 ratted Neo relics, 1 exceptional, and then 1 flawless for additional relics. And then I'll have the 256 rotational reward ones, so I'll get like 500 relics out of this. And I'm cracking 1200, so I get a little bit under, I get a fair bit under half. Was it like 45% or something like that? 40%. You're insane, bro. Keep it up. Thank you, Dark. Thank you. The next spawn will be 10,300 for Acolyte levels. 10,300 for the next one. That's what I'm talking about. Under 35 minutes left and we'll have 10 hours done today in the mission. Good stuff. Good stuff. Under 35 minutes left. I get in there. We are good. One relic crack at a time. One relic crack at a time. 5 minutes, 20 seconds at a time. We'll get ourselves to an hour, 6 minutes-ish. We'll do it. We'll do it. So we'll have that full hour. We got it. I will say, since I summoned the Specter army, I noticed Acolytes have become a lot more tame. They're not all over the place like they were before. So even though they didn't make like a massive difference on my time to kill, they made a big enough of a difference for me to actually have decent control over the situations, though. Which is a huge net benefit at the end of the day. That's actually a reality. Because I wasn't expecting Acolytes to scale past 10,000. So it's good to know that at the end of the day my Specters are actually coming in meaningful handiness and not just creating overkill. It's good. It's good. It actually became a requirement at this point because of how the game scales. I find that rather interesting. Alright, got Acolyte coming in to see if prove me wrong. See if you prove me wrong on that. Here we go, 10,300. There we go. Yeah, yeah, they definitely helped. They definitely helped. Okay, cool. Awesome. Makes me happy when I bring things in my kit and like they actually become useful later on. And not just like straight hard overkill. And I'm guessing Savvy I could probably use my Zenny Star to assist out Savvy some more because it is an extra status proc on these normal mobs. Which then will give me the ability to have, you know, an extra 80% base damage through having 2 stacks of Savvy. So I guess that is an idea there. You know, if they do continue to, like, we see that slowdown happen again and they start to want to go all over the place and we can't kill them correctly, I can always just do that as a backup. It'll get me used to the new auto melee anyways, so that I can just hold down the button and quit spamming and hurting my finger. So that'll be nice. That'll be nice. We'll see how it goes though. We'll see how it goes. It's definitely an idea. Because this way, even though I don't get scaling from the actual viral procs on the Acolytes, I still get scaling from the viral procs on the normal mobs to then scale over to the Acolytes. go. Almost 30 minutes left. Is survival a dead game? Oh, it's good, Marco. Jeez, I haven't seen you for forever. Is survival a dead game mode? If you're talking about the content creation space, correct. Correct. But at the fact that I'm seeing the best growth in my channel that I've ever seen doing this run, I would say no. But as for content creator standards, I'm probably the only one you'll ever see doing it nowadays. A lot of content creators rather get out their content as quick as possible, which is their priority. I understand that. I do get that completely. Hype is extremely important. But I'm not one of those, like, I don't fit within that genre at the end of the day. They do really good disruption builds and stuff like that transfer well into, you know, everyday play and stuff like that, but I like to make builds specialized for survival, and well, I see that the growth that I have here definitely speaks that it's not too dead of a game mode. Because in the past 3 days, I've gotten like 100 subs or something like that, which, for how small my channel is to begin with, is actually just phenomenal type of growth for the channel size. To be getting like a 50% increase in channel size in just a few days is a rare thing to happen for a smaller channel. Or for any channel in that matter, if you put it into percentages. So, I wouldn't say that it's dead, but I would say that it's dead for anybody that doesn't have any patience. Plus, there is active game styles you can play behind it, but they're going to be a bit harder to learn as a whole. So, if you wanted even like active gameplay with it, you would have to give the content creator significantly more time, because it only takes an hour and a half on a chill level to get to level cap and disruption, and here it takes you 8.5 hours no matter what you try. So there's a massive difference there. That 8.5 hours is enough time to do the run to level cap and disruption, and edit and then release the video and respond to comments within the first hour. So that's why I say, like, I get it completely. I'm not shitting on those content creators by saying the things I'm saying. I don't mean that in that fashion. It's more that, like, this is just the reality, unfortunately. I think if they reduced the time it took to get the level cap in survival, I think we would see a difference in it. How you doing, Hazy? How you doing? Good to see you. But yeah, I think if there was a difference there... Oh, by the way, Hazy, Acolytes don't stop scaling at 10,000 or 9,999. You are seeing that correctly. 10,310 Malice. Yeah. 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 You haven't played in a while. I remember you from way back in the day, so... I don't even think you played back when you found me originally doing that mag run. I don't think you were playing back then, even only. Like my original mag run on Steel Path when I was doing that 0 to level cap challenge, where I took a brand new account and I didn't actually trade for any plat or anything. I did item for item trading all the way up to getting the level cap. Oh, the 13th they're coming out with crossover. Is the 13th, like, they're doing that, they're releasing that patch before they release the content patch? Is that what's going on, or is everything coming out on the 13th? I'm going to be looking up after this just to make sure everything I've been hearing is correct. I trust what I hear, but at the same time I always back up with it so that I can have more trust later on with other things being said. It's always good just to confirm what people are saying with things, and then it gives you an idea of, like, alright, cool, that person knows what they're talking about. I like that. I like that. I wish they focused more on survival as a core. I agree and I don't agree all at the same time. I think they need to figure out a way to make Endless more entertaining for the masses. And I think there's a way to do that, but I don't 100% know exactly what that would be. I would have to like actually sit down and read like a true like amount, like a lot of people's chief complaints about endurance to even have an idea of what that recommendation would look like. But I think DeVary was a very close way to do that, because I could say over my 7 years of complaining, yeah, I did that actually a lot over these years, but of playing the game, the most chief complaint that I heard was, I don't want to sit inside the same tile set or mission for the entire time. So they kind of resolved that with DeVary. You have different game types all the way up. You have slightly different map tile sets and how they're set up and all that type of stuff. You read off the official site. Is coming out of this. Okay, so I have till the 13th, not the 14th. Okay. That might be the 14th if you're across in a different part of the world. I'm gonna have to say that's probably why the information I got was the 14th. That person probably lives in a different region than I do. So it's like it's the 13th for NA, and then or for like that region of the hemisphere, and then if you go over to the other side of the world, where you start getting closer to like the 20th or the 14th on those days, it would be the 14th for them. Because they release off of Eastern Standard Time. Okay, okay, good to know. I still got time. I still got time. We got like 3 days left on this run, so that's no stress on us. After tonight, we'll have 3 more days left. As long as I can pull out 10 hours a day, I'm good to go. On the very last day, I'll only have 9 hours to do. Oh, because, oh wait, I'm confused. I'm in, like right now, we're around 12.7 currently. What about you? Are you in 12.8? Or are you still 12.7? Because I'm in US right now. I'm gonna have to just do research when I get out of here, just to double check that off of my time zone I know exactly what's going on. Definitely gotta double check. But yeah, time zones will make everything all screwy. Be sure, if you have not already, to hit that thumbs up button. Help the algorithmic gods and please them. If you're over on the YouTubes, also be sure to hit the subscribe button too if you haven't already. If you're over on the Twitchiverse, hit that follow button. I do post all my build video or all my streams on here for my test runs to make sure everything's working good and broadcast it to y'all. And if you do want to follow my build channels over in Twitch, I can actually just, there, yeah. Twitch, there it is. And for YouTube, there we go. Go ahead and click over there and subscribe. I gotta make a command for it, but if you also enjoy fitness/motivational short form content, I do have a channel for that down in the description below. I do motivational quotes of myself personally, I make them, and also other people. $12.7 right now? Okay, okay. Okay, so we'll be on the 13th then. Okay. 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 Then that's what that was. That 14th was due to their time zone. Okay. Okay. I can see that. That makes sense now. I like the idea of just sitting in a room and pushing myself to my limits to seeing if I can continue to do that without ever using oxygen, and how many kills can I get per hour. Like those things I really enjoy, outside of the exclamation point why, if anyone's curious as to why I make content creation, or why I make content and all that. But Marco, I probably remembers that whole thing. He was around. He's been around in the past to hear that whole spiel. I will agree, the game became something different. The game became more mechanic based instead of like a tanky based for the challenge of the game. And I'm not 100% on if that's going to be overall good or worse for the game, but I know it will change what we actually enjoy in the game. And I don't know if that'll be good for us or bad for us later once they start doing things like figuring out how to implement weird mechanics like that into missions. By making like new endless game modes with things like that, because they've already done that pretty much with a lot of the Zeramon stuff. I just hope they don't touch like a lot of this old school stuff. Leave it where it's at and just let the other stuff become like different sectors of the game, but I hope it doesn't change like the missions that we enjoy doing and all that kind of stuff. But I also do hope to see them bring a lot of the old classic endurance missions into a lot of the new places that they'll be releasing and everything, instead of just making different types of endurance for every different type of area they're making. Like, you can do that, but also bring in the opportunity to have like the old school endurance that a lot of people enjoy. I actually didn't watch anything with the Gamers Awards, so I have no clue on what the trailer looked like or what they talked about or anything. Are you talking about, is that thing the book that you're referring to? It'll be interesting to see how that mechanically works in this game, if you're referring to the book. Tenant Plasmor, Pox, and Zenistar. Mainly just using Pox and, what's it called? Plasmor. Zenistar is on an occasional thing, unless I'm gonna need it later on, because these Acolytes, they don't stop scaling. Because they don't stop scaling, it's kind of getting a little... Okay. How did you hit me? I'm confused, don't die. How the hell did you hit me when you weren't even near me? Is your range bigger than I thought it was? I guess the range is bigger than I thought. Okay, that's my bad then. I did that. Usually that was a situation where I should have used Zenistar. But I didn't expect that situation to turn out like that. That's life. That happens. Thank you, Jen. For more story. Very nice. Does the did the trailer actually like really excite you and everything? Like you really can't wait to jump into that there after seeing the official trailer for it? Or did they do like a really good job on it? I'm gonna put down a new vault. And no, there's no spoilers happening for me. As I said, I'm not much of a lore person, so if anyone doesn't want spoilers, he'll probably be throwing them in there at this rate. But you know, you can see the trailer for yourself. It's definitely public knowledge. I can understand if you're choosing to go into everything fully blind, though. I know that's how some people are. And that was, I figure those two were going to be linked. Hold up here. I'm going to finish reading the rest of that. Oh, okay. That'll be cool. That'll be cool for y'all. Good. Good. Give you like a prelude, essentially, more or less, into like 1999. Or like a post-log of it to just help you like prepare you for it. That would be cool. That's cool. Very nice. Well, I hope that's everything that it was appeared to be. I really do. Y'all have had some really good story content, so it's good to see them rolling with that for the people that love it. Because DE does work hard on their stories typically, so it's good to see a lot of people taking appreciation to how hard they actually work on creating the stories that they want to create. What do you mean by, can you define long for me? Are you talking 100 hours long? Or like what are we talking in hours here for to consider it to be a long run? Let's put it that way. Because after I finish this 100-hour, I'm starting on a no prime short-footed series of taking every frame to 12 hours in a solo Steel Path survival. And then after I finish that, I'm doing a prime, like fully min-max builds for 21.5 hours. 100 hours, this is my first time doing this. My longest run before this was 35.5 hours, and then 28.5, and then 21.5. So, and it kind of like just trickles down from there. But this will be my first time ever hitting 100 hours. I don't know why Stream Elements did that, bro. I apologize. You were fine. I'm gonna have to disable that. I know what that is. It was the emote spam thing. They detected a lot of emotes as spam. My apologies, man. You weren't. It doesn't look like you were timed out, so you should be okay to keep talking. I need to adjust Stream Element. It's being an asshole. I apologize on that. I just got done like recently adding that back again, so I need to redo a lot of the things on it. Do you feel sleepy? I mean, I'm a little sleepy right now because I'm 14 hours, 15 minutes into my current stream, and I'm getting ready to end in, when I hit 42:60. That'll be the end for today. And then I'll go to bed and I'll wake up tomorrow and do another 10 hours. I'm trying to do like 10 hours a day. There was like a 4-day stunt where I only did like 5 to 7 hours, but I still get it done. Because I have time before the next patch comes out, I'm not gonna like kill myself over trying to get this done here in the next few days. I'm just gonna spread it out over 10 hours a day. But yeah, it's my body playing tricks on me. It knows it has, like, as soon as it knew it had under an hour left of stream time, my body instantly started to get tired, and it was like, this is bullshit. You ain't tired. You just acting like it because you know you're so close to being done. It's like when you're almost done with your work shift type deal, you know? Or you're like almost done with like a walk or something like that. You're getting near the end, you know, and you're like, oh. Your body starts to realize I can relax, and it's like, no, not the time to relax, but I want to relax. It's so close. But yeah, Exclamation point Y if you're curious as to why I'm doing content curation. You can feel free to do that in chat if you want. But it's been a good day overall. Been a good day. And plenty of awesome people that came by, shared good laughs, shared knowledge. Been a good day. Had a lot of people come by asking questions and everything like that. Gotten good growth today, so there is. Have you thought of coming up with guides? I am. Like I said, after I do this, I'm doing a series of no prime short-footed builds. They're made for mid-range builds, so they won't have like shard system and all that type of stuff included. And they're 12 hours solo steel path mod. Or not mod, well, they'll probably be mod unless I can find like a survival fisher up, and I'll probably end up doing that. Just to get some extra cracks out, and I'll be streaming all those runs. And then in the description below, you'll see a Baker's Science channel. That channel I'll be posting all the build videos on. There'll be, build videos. If I feel warranted, I'll do tricks and tips and stuff like that. I already do have some builds up on there, but they're fairly out of date, and everything will be touched up. So. PoE is not a bad game. I don't know why, I just couldn't really get into it. Yeah, I have like 200-300 hours into PoE. Last time I played PoE though was God, when was the last time I played PoE? 5 years ago? 6 years ago? Somewhere around that. It's been forever, but I've seen what they've added to. I've kept up with the game in the way of like all the different things they've added, and none of the new systems they've added have convinced me to change my mind on the game. That I just don't really care for it. I think it's a good dungeon crawler and stuff like that, but after Diablo 3, I kind of just like fell out of dungeon crawlers. What I will say is if you have the option to pick between Diablo or Path of Exile, I would recommend trying Path of Exile first and seeing if you enjoy it. It's a good game made by the original developers of Diablo 2 and the original Diablo. A lot of the old OGs there, so it's worth looking into. It's when Diablo was a really good game. So they've taken a lot of good ideas and all that type of stuff and accelerated from it. So if you enjoy dungeon crawlers and you're interested in those, try out PoE first, see how you enjoy it, give it a season, give it a whole season, and see how you feel about it at the end of the season. And if you really feel like it might not be fully for you, and you can dive into like Diablo 4 if you so wanted to. But the game isn't really in the best spot, but it's still fun for some people, so... I don't know how many kills I have exactly, because every time you hit 65,500 and change kills, the kill counter resets, but my average is around 9,000 kills an hour. So, but yeah, it's like, if you look here, it says 21,692, but if you go further back in the VOD, you'll see it at around 65,000. So it's like hard to tell what your total kills are, unfortunately, but my guessing would be around 720 to 750,000 for total kills throughout the whole mission. I'm like almost 71 hours in right now. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It'd be nice to know how many kills you actually have, but the reality is every engine has its limitations, and sometimes you go over them. And camp to protect a crystal. That's interesting. It's like a defense, more or less. That's a cool little concept. How do you do these super runs? I can't see what the rest of the chat is because of that stupid fucking heart. I wish there was a way I could remove it on my end. It's my stream, I don't need to see it. Is there a way I can swap this chat to go from top to bottom? Hold on. I'm sure there is, I just can't see it for some reason. Oh, oh, does that work? Okay, never mind. Just clicking that to refresh it brought up the little community tab. How do you do these long runs on how do you pause, sleep, daily activities? I like to do 10 hours a day, which then, like, with Fisher time, like, because of the extra time, adds up to about 11 hours a day. So I have 5 hours a day, essentially, to do whatever I really need to do. And then if I sleep 8 hours, which is a rarity, I'm not really somebody who needs that much sleep. Then I go to sleep and then wake up whenever I need. Yeah, that's what I do with my runs. Unless for some odd particular reason I have to, like, rush the run, then I'll typically try to pull out anywhere from, like, 13 to like 15-ish hours a day, and I'll stay up for like 20 hours and then only sleep for like 4 to 6 hours at most. I average at least sleep 4 to 6 hours though, so it's just sometimes I know during doing really long runs, like when I did my 500 rounds of solo Zinni for the first time, or like, yeah, I did that for the only time that I had done it. I was pretty mentally fatigued getting near the end, so I was sleeping a little bit more. I'm also disabled, so exclamation point why to understand why I do content creation. But yeah, I have more time than your average person do that. So otherwise you would have to like figure out calling out to work and stuff like that to do that kind of stuff. I would say if you had a job, you probably would reasonably be able to get done like 3 to 4 hours a day if you worked a full-time job. It gives you a little bit of time for life, but you really wouldn't have much time. You would have to have one very extremely understanding family if that was the case. But yeah, I don't do these for casual reasons at the end of the day. I'm not one of those. There are plenty of those endurance runners out there that push for world records and they don't give an absolute shit about content creation. They just do it for the love of it. I don't have that type of money to be putting my computer on the line like that for degrading its lifespan. I'm good at managing temperatures and everything like that and not really having an issue. But I feel more confident being able to do it knowing like what my end goal is at the end of the day. And as for streaming, I have a dual PC set up from when I used to be a full-time streamer, so... It's an old host PC, but she's still kicking in there. She's still kicking in there. I've just had to limit the amount of things that I can run on there. I can only run the stream on there now. So my gaming PC gets the other back end of everything else that needs to be ran for like monitoring the stream and chats and all that. And music and everything. And I also have an old-ass Elgato. It's the original Elgato HD60. Not the S model that's out right now, but the one before that. I also have the very original Elgato that came out as well, the 1080p 30 FPS brick one. I also have that one. I bought that within like the first year Elgato came out, actually. Now in bed and found it on my phone too. Oh, you're gonna recommend me to your buddies? Thank you so much. That actually means a lot. Thank you. I try to provide the best that I can to people. It is the least I can do for the blessings that I do have. I'm blessed to have the things I have, and in order to show my appreciation how I can, I give back to the world how I can. So, thank you for finding enjoyment and value in my content overall. There we go. We got under 4 minutes left. Under 4 minutes left. It's already almost done. What? What? Oh my. Spicy. Speaking of support, all of that support and everything, shameless plug on it all. If you haven't given the stream a thumbs up, definitely be sure to do so. Hit the little subscribe button, as I told people earlier. But if you're new in here, you want to check out my build videos and stuff like that, and wondering where I'll be posting this build video, down in the description below there is a build channel for that, the Baker's Science. Also, if you enjoy workout / motivational shorts, I do make my own motivational quotes / use other people's with my working out in the background. So definitely be sure to check out that channel down there. That is the Baker's Fitness. Over on Twitch, home for that, and it's somewhere around here, and I'll find it. There. But more or less, I'm tapering off to ending out. What's the person molt augment on? I'll go into that when I do my build video. Observant though. Observant. I'll go into that in full detail though when I do my build video. It's a multitude of factors, so I'd rather save it for that. But just know that if you're going to go for level cap, if you're going to go for really high level acolytes and stuff like that, it becomes needed. If you're just looking for baseline level cap, it won't be needed. It's when acolytes start scaling at the end of the day. But there's a multitude of reasons on why that becomes necessary. Yeah, like I can honestly say when I make my non-prime sure-footed build, yes, I do use prime sure-footed on this. I did say it was a min-max build, the most I've ever done. But when I make a non-prime sure-footed build for this one for a 12-hour you'll see a pretty drastic difference in the overall build. There's a lot I had to do uniquely in order to make this be confident enough that I was going to be able to do everything I needed to do. Which I'm glad I did, and I planned for some overkill to occur as well. Because this Acolyte spawning is absolutely getting bonkers. I'm loving it though. I'm loving it though. Was that a 3-minute spawn on an Acolyte? Am I mistaking that wrong, or was that a 3-minute spawn? That's nice. It's rare to get those. It's very rare to see the 3-minute spawns. It might have been a 5-minute, and I'm just kind of, because I'm tired, my brain doesn't really think with it. I don't know. There we go. There is our relic crack. Yeah, definitely be sure to subscribe to those channels, subscribe to this channel, follow up over on Twitch, all the kind of good ones. As always, I really cannot thank y'all enough for all the love you've been showing here, especially through this run. This is absolutely phenomenal, and I really can't thank y'all enough for it. It makes me happy. I put 2,500 hours of work into the theory crafting and testing this frame, so for y'all to appreciate it the way you have, it does mean a lot to me. This is the hardest I've ever worked on a frame to get the goal that I wanted, so really cannot thank y'all enough. But we're gonna go ahead and end off the stream here for tonight. We will be live tomorrow. I don't really have anywhere right now where I make notifications on that besides my YouTube channel on Baker TV and on Baker Silence. I will be making community posts on that and scheduling out on Baker TV roughly an hour before I go live. So you can keep an eye out that way. If you're over on Twitch, I do apologize. I'm figuring out that whole thing. I do have a Twitter in the back end of things, but I'm adding on one thing at a time so that I can know that I can give good time over to the platform if I'm going to be on it. Essentially what I'm looking at with it. But as always, guys, I do hope y'all take care. Stay safe, stay humble, be open, and as always, never stop searching. Peace, everybody.